The 12th episode that we've had, and this is the first episode that we are doing a video episode on our podcast. So, again, those of you who have not tuned in before, I am Jason Orleon, a personal stylist and personal branding specialist. I'm here with my co-host Devin, who's in the house right now. Devin, why don't you say hello to everybody out there?
Hello, my name is Devin Busy, stylist, blogger, MK Fashion for All. Again, we're both here live on this 12th episode. Now we're doing it on YouTube.
So, if you're vibing with the conversation, smash that like button and subscribe to Polished Living right here on YouTube. That way you'll never miss an episode. You can go to You can also go to Fashion Pulse on Spotify. So whether you want to listen to us on audio or you want to watch the video podcast, well, actually won't be doing audio anymore. I take that back. It's all going to be video. Either way, you can watch us on Spotify or YouTube, where Fashion Pulse will have the episodes onto my YouTube channel as well. So this week's subject is clothing swaps. Now, the question is, are clothing swaps the new frontier of eco-friendly fashion, or is it just a passing trend? Today we're unpacking why swapping wardrobes is becoming the go-to strategy for professionals and regular people alike who's seeking a better wardrobe. So, from campus sustainability initiatives to upscale fashion swaps events, this episode is going to be diving into how clothing swaps are reshaping the way upwardly mobile professionals refresh their wardrobes, express their identity, and build your personal brand. So, I kind of want to, Devin, when you think of clothing swaps, what is I want to give them a basic definition of what a clothing swap is and what the purpose of it is for the people going to the clothing swap.
It's basically community. And one thing I'm going to use is community, because a lot of times we have to realize in this economy, and reading up on a lot of things lately, it is a sustainable way to give back to people who are looking for clothes, who are looking for things to wear and stuff like that, whether it's for a job interview, for a person that's trying to keep their life in order, or it's a person that's trying to save money or save time and cost time, and sometimes don't want to do the fast fashion route, and nothing against that, but we have to realize sometimes I feel like with clothes shops now is like, running one last year gave me a sense of like, you know what, people can get things even as nice as it is, it's a lot of good stuff at a clothing swap. Versus, I mean, sometimes you can get good stuff at thrift stores, but again, if you could get good quality clothing, that is, even if it's even for you, and you can cherish things like that. I feel like that's what the clothes swap is. You can cherish things without spending a lot of money.
Most definitely. So, we've got the definition. So I noticed in Milwaukee in the last few weeks, if you're actually keeping your ears tuned into what's going on, there have been actually several clothing swaps. You and I did one at the Zao Church a couple years back. Jamie Robards did one recently. Didn't you coordinate with her on that?
I helped style some people for a prom thing. I did it last year too, and I also did Ashley Martis's one with the fat bodies. clothing swap. And I think a lot of times I love doing these clothing swap events because these kind of things help me with the community that I do. It helps me impact. It puts me with my talent and what I do in style and fashion. I think I think one of the things I love about Jamie is that she gives back to her community when she knows, and I love that Ashley does it same ways, and she does so much for Food for Bombs and other things for the queer community that she does, and I'm grateful. And Sarah Jean, you have to give a shout out to her because she's the head of this, and they co-created it together, and I love their way of helping people who are not it's basically for plus size, but I love that they care about inclusivity in the fashion community. So I think that's what I love about doing clothes swaps like this, is because it's not for a gain in my career, but it's a personal love for fashion and giving back to people that are in need of clothing, in need of feeling good, and I think it's in need of just feeling good about themselves.
Oh, most definitely, and I think it's, now that you bring that up, it is a definite way for certain groups of individuals to be able to swap out clothing. And the nice thing is, you can do it at a reasonable price as well, and find some excellent things in there as well. So, our next point being is, so we've discussed now what clothing swaps are, we've defined them for the audience, we've shared some of our experience as people and stylists. So now I'm going to get to the point, why do you think that they're more than trends? Now I've done some research this last week, because it's all about the numbers, because when you're looking at trends,
Mm-hmm.
it's all about those numbers. It's all about profitability too. So, in that being sustainability and ethical fashion shift, I think we're going away, because there's always the conversation about fast fashion and the negative consequences on the environment on fast fashion. So let's talk about clothing swaps and how they affect it. So sustainability and ethical fashion, it has shifted. So according to McKinsey's State of Fashion in 2024, sustainability is now, quote, dominating consumer priorities and the fashion agenda, with Gen Z in particular expressing and leading the way for in the demand for sustainable products and thrifting.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
Read that article just yesterday or today, I think, and I agree with her because the truth of the matter is sometimes look at the economy. Like I said, the economy right now is one of the things that is kind of like, do we need to spend money on? Like I said, I've always said people want to spend money, and I did a YouTube video about this. People want to spend money on when I did a video about Castle Wardrobe. Um, we want to do like they want to go to Beyonce, they want to go to concerts and save up for cars. And someone who's learning how to budget, I'll tell you this: sometimes I really don't shop as much as I really do because it's just sometimes it's about adding on to things that you already have in your closet, already have in wear, already in use right now, already intact right now. Sometimes it's like hanging up your clothes a little bit more and making it more sustainable, washing it less than you can, and working it as much as you can. I have a three wear rule when it comes to wearing clothes. So it's like I learned to be that mindful of the fact that sometimes clothes, fashion to me is about less is more. It doesn't mean quality versus quantity is a different way. You can have a lot of great, nice pieces, but you don't know how to pair it. But when you have quality, small, no matter the size, no matter the cost of things, high and low, it's about that. And I think what the Gen Zs are doing right now is learning to kind of go to their friend's house and get that dress, buy that, go to a clothing swap and find a Todd Snyder jacket like I did at the Fat Body Swap for like, it was retail at $200 or $300, and Todd Snyder clothes are a mid to high range. But I got a Tots liner jacket because it was nice and I love it, and it's great for a fall transitional weather thing. So I think what they're doing is learning to kind of get the good quality stuff and learn how to wear it what they have in their place.
So, on that thought, with clothing swaps, I also want to bring, because you can also discuss thrift stores as well, because that's really kind of a clothing swap in a way,
Yeah.
except for the only difference with the clothing swap is you're exchanging item for item. But still, the premise is the same. You're recycling clothing. You're getting rid of stuff that you can't use.
Mm-hmm.
And but in the case of thrift stores, you're purchasing them. Uh, but and again, like you said, it's that you clothing swaps in thrift stores um, meet that demand of being sustainable and ethical fashion, being recycling your clothing. Um, but of course, the idea with the clothing swap is you're swapping item for item. There's no cost to you. You're just, the benefit is you're getting rid of clothes that you don't need in exchange for something new that will fit you better than what you have, because maybe you're not the same person. You're trying to upgrade your look or your wardrobe as well.
And that's true. So even when you see like recent changes, what I'm dressing, I'm always trying to express. There was a time where I was trying to express myself to fit into what conforms me in the queer community, gay community, all that stuff. And I had to realize something. I'm just not like the. I'm not a snazzy dresser. I dress how I like. I'm wearing this top that's thrifted from Value Village. That is from J. Crew. This is basically a women's top almost, but it's cute. But I love it. Jeans are from American Eagle. Again, these were from the Zao boutique. The shoes are from Plato's Closet. The hat is Amazon. I feel like I have learned how to master fashion a little bit more because of the tech colors, the idea of how to fit well, how the size look, how the legs look. I'm trying to learn that every single day. It's where it's at. If it looks good on me, it looks good on me. I've said that.
So, Plato's Closet is at a thrift store.
It's a consignment shop, which I think consignments are great because here's the thing about consignments. A lot of times you can get clothes like these Converse could cost a little bit more on any store because they're premium, but I got these for $40. I think they were on sale for $10. I got these for $10. And a pair of blazers that I've been trying to look for the summer that are like $50. I've sometimes learned I can shop somewhere that I can get the quality of clothing, and I don't have to spend like $160 like I did in past years where it's like I put a layaway on Jordan Sons of Mars that I still regret buying.
Mm-hmm.
I regret buying stuff that is like I'm trying to be a recovering impulsive spender. Every single day is going to be something different. Like budgeting, being an adult, a lot of those things it creeps me out, but I still have to remind myself. It's like, Debbie, you got enough clothes, you got enough shoes, you got enough things. You don't need to buy too much. I'm thinking about it in my mind. So it's like.
So that leads into my next point, because I had also read the article by Business of Business. In their article, tomorrow's must-have fashion will be someone else's has worn.
Mm-hmm.
And that just literally just proves it right there. I mean, it's in. I mean, and they're items that are usable. So the next thing would be, because everybody wants that luxury piece, the rise of secondhand luxury fashion. So according to the Globe Newswire this year, the global secondhand luxury good market is projected to nearly double, from 44.6 million to 98.29. I'm sorry, that's 44.67 billion to 98.29 billion by 2031, which is growing at a 9.5 compound annual growth rate, which leads to a rising consumer demand for authenticated, high quality luxury items, and as well a big boost for apps like Poshmark, which sells secondhand items.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a good way. Like I say, like Poshmark, The Real, StockX, Goat. I think Grail. A lot of these brands are secondhand thrifting for those. You can find an $80 Burberry jacket in good quality, and I try to find jackets for people. It's like sometimes there are so many things you can find for like the, the less and less. And I think because I love thrifting, but I can find things that are very quality. I'm a good thrifter when it comes to finding quality stuff. Like I love to wear J. Crew stuff because it's good. It's good quality. It's good tailoring. I love how they've always been a brand that is very, very into more polish and more looks. And I love the fact that sometimes you can you can do that without spending $1,000 or 400,000. I feel like today's, and I'm gonna people are gonna come out for me in this conversation. Sometimes the luxury market nowadays, the current one, is always too high priced when it comes to the not so great quality of it. And sometimes I'm trying to be mindful, not saying things get canceled, but sometimes people don't have that money to spend on a Bottega Veneta bag, woven bag. No, we don't. I don't. You don't. Let's just be honest.
And I think the fact that these figures have just pointed out that it's not just the average Joe looking to thrift, it's everybody.
And that's why, and then me and my sister just talked about this earlier this week. It's like everybody is struggling right now in this economy. It doesn't matter if you are in your Fortune 500. It doesn't matter if you are a grocery store worker like me. I'm gonna be honest with that. We are all in this colony struggling, and community is what we need to do. These clothes swaps are one of those things that is gonna help us. I get that a lot of us, it is walking, we're small, and we can be a bit of cattiness in this. But I think what we're trying to do now, as I get to be older in my big age, is learning that I need help in my life. He needs help. Everybody needs help in something. And I think with fashion, it's the healing melting pot of things. And so much we need is the inclusivity of things. And learning this, even in my blog, to give those people that love of fashion.
But I just love the idea that, I mean, because people think of thrift stores and whatnot as for the poor person, but luxury is doing the same thing. Because, like you said, we're all feeling that pinch. But it also, what it does is sits here and gives us some great, whether you're buying the average Goodwill thrift store or you're going to Poshmark to get that Bottega bag that you want. But clothing swaps do an added thing to it. Um, you get rid of the stuff that you don't want. So that's the advantage of a clothing swap versus going to Poshmark. But using Poshmark is just an example of um, discounted luxury items that are showing up. So I really want to hit the section where you're going to a clothing swap. What is your advice when you go there? Like, what should you bring with you? What should you look for? One of the things I found is you're going to want to bring high quality items to the clothing swap. Um, what's another piece of advice? Like you're going to a clothing swap for the first time.
Look at my old grainy um, TikTok videos when I started the clothing swap or doing Zao things. Wash your clothes. I don't. It's. I know. It's like I get very and I'm always gonna say this for some people. Wash your clothes. Wash your clothes. Fold them. Like I'm not the best folder, but I'm gonna say. I'm sorry that I'm saying it in front of a stylist, but get into the fact of being more organized. Being more organized with washing, cleaning, and everything. There was times where I went to a thrift store. I got this shirt. It was a beautiful shirt, purple and black. There was some gummy stuff in that shirt, and I'm not gonna name the person or the store because that's I'm keep you don't know one day I might have to be a paid sponsorship for that. But here's the thing I'm gonna say: whether you're doing a thrifting, sending close to thrifting assignments, or even to your local swaps, please wash your clothes. Do not. This is the first time I'm gonna be a little bit harsh on me. Wash your clothes because that is part of keeping them nice and clean, nice and neat. It's something that is it gives it's very much of a self-care thing for a person to get the clothes.
What about so some advice that I would give is take a look like some of the things is I give a stylist know what colors work for best you, know what silhouette or works best for you. And keep in mind the clothing that you have already and pick clothing there that you can mix and match to make those outfits to make it more versatile so you have a for more variety of looks to come away with.
Yes.
So to so let's take a look at the future fashion swaps and I'm going to call a circular style. So ThreadUp and its resale data estimates that the global secondhand apparel market could reach 350 billion by 28. Swap platforms like Vinted enable people to exchange items in a global market and not just local. Major brands have played a part. You look at H&M's resale programs, according to um, organizations like the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, advocating for the welcoming secondhand as a sustainable solution for our clothing. So, any thoughts on that?
I think those things are great because sustainability is something that is one of the things that can help the environment, help declutter things. So what you should do is always give back to people that are in need. That's what I think. That's always what I think you should do is give back to people that are in need. And I think these organizations are teaching people you don't have to do so. You don't have to buy a lot to get the best quality, and that's what I found. Yes.
It's not only that's true. It's not only helping people, but and you can get because let me tell you, how many times have I gone into closets and like go to a thrift store and oh my god, I love this piece. I could wear because you can literally swap out items that you can't use in you actually get something in exchange for it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So yeah.
with that in mind, so all of these facts that we've stated today, the takeaway from all of this is that I'm seeing this is not just something that's going to go away.
No.
This is not just another trend. What do you think?
It's not gonna be like right now. You see what's going on in the world. You know what's going on. So this is why I say people like we have to learn to be more mindful of the fact that it ain't gonna go away. There's people in struggling poverties right now trying to find ways where there's people who want to start finding jobs, trying to find ways to find work. It's like it's not going away. It won't go away. No matter what people say. A lot of things are here to stay. Like this podcast is here to stay. But like trends come and go, like I said. But things like this is great for the community because it helps people realize that they're in need of clothes that are good quality.
All right, so here it is. So clothing swaps, you said good for your community. It's good for you as a person. Might I say it's kind of like a curated newness for you as a person, right? You're going in there with the intention to create some new looks and elevating your wardrobe. And you know what? While you're doing it, you're spending less money and you're recycling these clothes instead of going to buy something new. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in with us this week as our first podcast, video podcast, might I add. So, this is what I want you to do. So, find a local clothing swap. Go there with your mind. Go look at your wardrobe. Pick up items that you don't want. Go to the clothing swap. Get some new looks. Follow us on Fashion Pulse on Spotify and my YouTube channel, Polished Living by Jason Orlean.
Okay, you go first.
For ongoing styling tips. And Devin, where should they follow you at?
Okay, they should follow me. Well, I'm gonna add this on first. Please, if you're looking for a local clothing swap to go to the Pride Clothing Swap that is right here outside of River Rest. And it's August 17th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be at the LGBTQ Center, Community Center. Jamie Robark is part of that. And say hi to her, say hi to Ricardo Galvez. Sorry we butchered his name, but the people that at the community, Elia Hughes, all those people who are there, just say hi to them and get some clothing swaps there. So again, please, you can put that link in for Jamie's thing, right? In Spotify or in YouTube.
We can put it on there. We're also going to include your links to your stuff on there, but I wanted to say, because we only have like 10 seconds, we'll put everything in the links on the podcast. So again, thank you for joining us and keep your pulse on fashion.
Thank you. Ooh, I love it. I'm breathing.